our Training Star segment, and I'm very excited to have Luv C in the building. He has dropped a couple of projects, and we thought, what a better way for us to just have a sit down with him, have a conversation, and find out what's up, what's going on. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm very amazing, blessed, I should say. Not that it's just, you see what I did there?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see what I did there?
What
You have
did
a
you?
song called Blessed with
Of
Open
course,
Sing.
of course.
Oh my God.
Hashtag blessed. I know. I know.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm very well.
Thanks.
Okay, so welcome to Fresh and Zodiac.
Thank you.
We want to get to know you better, find out when you started doing music and your actual full names, and if music is something that you are doing part-time or you're full into music. But firstly, let's start from your real name.
Okay. My name is Chikondi Luv G.I.S.T, aka Luv C. What else do you want to know?
Okay. All right, so we're going to start from there. Your Life Christ Shisari.
Yeah.
So when did you start doing music? Did you start from just straight into gospel, or you started with a secular then you went into gospel?
I wouldn't say I started with secular, but in the first place, I was really mixing up a lot. But I was doing gospel, love songs, and politics and stuff like that. I've been like that ever since, so I call myself a gospel artist, but I'm also tackling a lot of issues that have to do with our social ills, our well-being, things like those. Yeah.
When did you discover the love for music yourself?
I would say at a tender age, but not like most people say, like in a choir or something like. No, that kind of thing. I was doing choir, yes, but it was a drum. I was Catholic, so I was doing a drum. So I wouldn't say what I do now has anything to do with beating a drum. But it was in 2013 when I actually started enjoying writing and trying to perform. It was in 2015 that I actually started recording. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the very first song that you did when you started seriously recording?
Yes, I do. And unfortunately, it's not out, but I'm gonna publish it this year.
How is that?
It was, I recorded a song,
Okay.
I started performing the song, but I wasn't so good at knowing the network of how to put out music and start promoting it. So it was music that my friends knew, music that where I performed, people who enjoy the music, but I never really it's not on any side actually.
Okay.
Not any side.
That is your single.
Yeah.
You did not feature anybody
No.
else. So after that one, that the first song that you did in the studio for you to say, okay, now I think I'm into music.
Actually, I did two
You
without
did-
publishing them.
You did too without publishing. So what was the first song that you published?
It was Final Say. Then the second one was Mwana wa Mfumu,
Okay.
which is like my favorite jam when I'm performing, and people are like,
This is the song. This is it.
yes, but they can't find it. It's nowhere to be found.
Okay. What is this with you not finding your music?
I think it's with time.
Okay.
There is a story that I wanted to build with my music. Like, how do I want people to perceive me? Because the first question you ask me, like, are you gospel? Are you secular? That's the question that a lot of people are struggling with at a higher level. Because when they're starting, they didn't know which direction they're going. Now they found themselves bumping into this idea, and they're trying to clear up the mess. So for me, I wanted to start telling a story. Like my first project, which I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be G.I.S.T. That's the title of my album. That's an abbreviation for God in the Street. So I wanted to start reflecting what's happening in the street according to my faith.
Okay.
So those two songs were not a good one to start with because they were too gospel, hard-hitting gospel, and I didn't want just people to go like, what's going on?
Okay. Do you plan on releasing these songs later in the years? Because now it kind of seems like you found your identity.
They're in the album.
They're in the album.
Yeah.
So talking about the album, you are yet to release an album.
Yeah.
When do you think you're going to release this album?
If the COVID-19 goes as soon as it can,
Okay.
let's say October, November.
Interesting. Tell me a bit more about the album. What is the name of this album and how many tracks do you have in it?
12.
Okay.
Yeah, it's titled God in the Street. In short, G.I.S.T.
Okay.
I'll give you a t-shirt. There are already t-shirts and still in the pipeline, trying to make sure everybody get the word.
Okay.
So the project is about how can people experience or recognize the presence of God without being in a church building. Because most people, when they think about faith, when they think about Christianity, they're always thinking about going to church on a Sunday, coming back, or going to Sunday school, things like those. But there are a lot of things that God is doing in our lives without actually us noticing. So I want to reflect that, like how does that look like to experience God, encounter God in the street.
Okay, maybe tell me some of the collaborations that you have in this album.
In this album, there is Kelvin Sings. There's
I would be so surprised if he wasn't there.
right.
You guys work well very well
Yeah,
together.
he's my guy. There's Kevin Sings, there's Baraka, there's David Kaliran. So far, that's it. I want it to be more of my expressions, so the collaborations will be really few, but more will come. I think we're just talking with success about having a project. Maybe if we do that song, it's gonna be in the album as well. But so far, that's it.
Interesting. All right, we've seen that this year a lot of people have been releasing albums, EPs, and they're going out for sale. And from everybody that I've asked that have released something, they're very happy that people are actually buying local music now. Are you also planning on selling your album, or this one is just for your fans to just enjoy your music?
No, I think it's gonna be for sale. The album is gonna be for sale, but the launch, I'm planning on having a free show. I want to have something like a street vibe. So it's gonna be just
Because I mean, Jesus is in the streets, so let's go to the streets.
yes. So that's what I'm planning. So the album, people gonna buy it, but the show it's gonna be like crazy. I'm really interested about what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mtawi ndinyengo sili manja mwake, yeah. Ine ndi mwana wake kudwala kuchila singo kumala tana nalilova lelo wandipasa ntchito koti mbuye yemwe ndi ntsati chilichonse ine andipati mwana nisapeleka mpati kona ndikuyendamo nyati ona na madalitso wantsata ona na madalitso wantsata. You blessed me, Baba, yeah. Nobody can curse me, Baba, yeah. My friends are blessed, yeah. You know that I'm blessed, yeah. You know that I'm blessed. My friends are blessed, yeah. You know that I'm blessed, yeah. You know that I'm blessed. I remember back then when I prayed to my Creator. The scintillating yengo, yeah, but no silly better. I want a Gucci and Prada.
And you have sometimes people wondering what sort of music you do, questioning you, and are you really a gospel artist or ungofuna kungoyimba zawo gospel because there's nothing else that you can do? Do you ever get those questions?
No, I don't really. That's the vibe. But people would question because people love to question.
Yeah.
I think it was the first time when I featured physics on a song. When I featured Nesness, people were like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, that's why I'm like, okay, now what's going on?
Yeah, but I was like, on the concept, for example, I was the first guy who brought the concept of Mugero Mlibegabe. So I did a song named MMK, Mugero Mlibegabe. I featured physics and I featured Tidakes. The whole concept was built around motivating the ghetto guys. Like, you need to know, once you stay in this side, doesn't mean like everything it's bad for you. There are actually things you do to survive. There's need for you to be street smart. So that concept would fit people like that. Physics represent the ghetto.
Yeah.
Tidakes by then was the actual ghetto. How would I say he represent the ghetto? It was the ghetto. So I wanted those people to bring that vibe. I don't like music that pretends. Like, I know the creative juice would imagine something and create it, bring something to life. But when you're saying something that you actually experienced, there's more life to it. So I wanted something like that.
Interesting. Okay, so you've told us about G.I.S.T, the album that's coming out later in the year. We do hope everything is set now. What's needed is just the launch, and you're giving it out to your fans and everybody who loves your music as well. How has been the journey for you ever since you started doing music? Has it been great? You'd say it's been amazing. People have accepted you and your music very well.
I would say it's been amazing. When I say it's been amazing, I'm not saying it's been all rosy, smooth, and I'm not saying it's been hard. But the experience itself, it's amazing. Like those twists and turns, they're beautiful. On the hard part, I would say just to find right producer, to get that chemistry, that vibe, get projects on time. Malawian producers, to get things on time, that's an issue. But also to land on a collaboration. I thank God I've worked with best guys ever in Marian industry.
Yeah.
But when it comes to say I need to work with this guy, what are you looking at? For me, I've always worked with every guy I've worked. Guys, if you're listening, if you're watching, be proud. They're the guys that at one point in life they have always inspired me. So how does it look like to get to a guy who inspires you and you're able to pull out that collaboration? That's not easy. Yeah, but so far so good. I've been told that I'm one of the lazy artists, and I'm trying to change that, because by now I should have an album or something.
I've been told you're lazy. that was some hardcore truth right there. Okay, interesting. So you're releasing a new song?
Yes.
A video? Tell me the inspiration between this. Because in the Amma dancing, I like it how you can groove to it, you can dance to it.
Yeah.
It looks like it's popping. It's popping. Let me just say so.
Yeah.
Tell me the inspiration behind this song and why did you choose? Because I don't think I've experienced your music to be that, funk and popping like that.
Yeah. So, with everything that's happening now, there's a trend that we're creating with the young people, trying to look big than we are.
Yeah.
In the midst of that, we have actually lost sight of what's big. So the inspiration was like, I need to define what's big. Actually, it's a series. That song you're talking about, it has another one
After it.
after it. This one is my big giddy. Then the next one will be biggie.
Cause in the my biggie you could hear my big.
Yes.
So I saw the title, I was like my biggie, and I heard the song, I'm like my big. So I'm like, okay, I can't even see my biggie in this song. You just tell me, expound and enlighten.
Yeah. So for example, I'll bring it back in the church. It's now obvious. It's there in the streets. Everywhere sing it. Every church leader, pastor, prophet, you name it, wanna be so big to the congregation, to an extent that people are worshiping their
the
church.
pastor
Yes.
and the church
Instead of God. Okay. So in that song I was saying mabigi sanga kale awiri, because once we make them two, dumachuro ndi mabigiri. Yeah. So I was trying to define who's the big.
Okay.
Who's the most big guy?
Who is the biggie?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Panama sipopa ndi mabigge. Ndi mabigge. Ndi mabigge. Let me tell about Ndi makamba kawiri. Kuti mabigi sanga kale awiri. Ndi manena kawiri. Kuti Yesu ndi bigi ya mabigi. Ndi fumu ya mafumu, ndi bigi ya mabigi. None like him, king of kings. Fumu ya mafumu, fumu ya ufulu. Mugeto ndi muhulu, I rap him. Mabigiri amazimva ufumu. Mabigiri akuti ndi mafumu. Mabigiri samayidzi wa fumu. You all slave mukufunika ufulu. Mafana masipopa ndi mabigge. Ndi mabigge. Ndi mabigge. Empty things make noise. Fana masipopa ndi mabigge. Ndi mabigge. Ndi mabigge. Let me tell about Yes to biggie ya chikoka. Magnetic force nena ndikoka. Ngini yisi ningotoka.
Okay, in terms of, I remember in the beginning of this interview, you were talking about you did not know how to promote yourself and your music. Can we say that now you actually know what to do with your music? You know where to promote your music, who to promote it to, and maybe just growth-wise as well. Are you planning on doing international collaborations, especially in Africa, and promoting your music?
I think I've learned few or 3-4 things. I wouldn't say I really know everything, because each and passing day I'm learning, but I'm way better than yesterday.
Okay.
That's why we're here. Because way back we just call your friend, hey, I have a song and stuff like that, but now you need to proper plan, have a strategy, know who to talk to, try to do this and that. And on the international collaborations, yes, probably in the album we might have one. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be looking forward to G.I.S.T, Gold in the Streets album that has about how many songs you said? 12 songs, and the launch as well at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe what are your future plans coming this year apart from the album as well, to your fans and everybody who's watching?
Yeah, so the nearest plans, like everything, as you all know, it's depending on this virus we're dealing with. So given it's out, like we're all celebrating, yay, we're bumping to my biggie, that vibe. I'm planning on putting up maybe 3 music videos before the album. So there's a lot of work that I need to do on my part.
I mean, people have called you lazy, so you just need to prove them wrong.
Not really. I've never lived a life of proving people wrong. You know, I like to stay in my lane and just making sure I'm the best competition of myself. So I'm really trying to motivate myself to do something. Yeah, so 4 videos at least before the year ends. 2-3 big street shows, launch of the albums. At least I love to do a social thing to help out the communities once a year. So maybe I may continue doing that. I love to pull out maybe a mobile clinic. I mobilize funds, doctors, clinicians, and just pick one village and go do a healthy clinic. So I'm gonna do one of those things. Yeah.
Interesting. You think music in the country is growing?
I think music in the country is growing. There are a lot of changes. Bad. A big bad. By the way. There are a number of things that needs to change. For example, we need to sell music in a very formalized market. For example, now a lot of people that are selling music, it's like, here's my EP, my Airtel number is this, or my Bamba number is this. You can send that, and I'll send you the album. So if you send, let's say you're selling the album to me, so you send me the album, what are the chances I'm gonna share with my friend? Chances are high. So issues of piracy are still high. There's no government intervention. We don't need government to give us money, like do music and stuff like that, but we need them to create a platform that can be really monetized, as well as legal issues can go in. But now it's just like, if you want to sell music, God bless you, you will. If you don't, you don't. So it's like open market too much.
All right, thank you so much for passing by and sharing your knowledge and your story.
Thank you.
It's amazing how you have grown as an artist, and we'll be looking forward to your album that's coming out later this year. And please make sure that you buy when the album has been released, and go and support our local artists putting in the work in the studios and also outside as well. Okay, that has been Luv C, ladies and gentlemen, on our Training Star. My name is Priscilla Kaira. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.
Yes, to big yachikoka, magnetic force in andikoka. Ngini yisingotoka, pamasto pack and hipo sindichoka. Mabigili amataku zipopa. Man of God simuopa. Aneneli aya wendi wochepa. Aneneli aba diambili. Ambili ndiya walipa TV. Researchers the ones you don't see. We're preaching about Christ. We need more of Christ on that TV. Mafana masipopa ndima bigge. Ndima bigge. Ndima bigge. Empty things like noise. Mafana masipopa ndima bigge. Ndima bigge. Ndima bigge. Let me tell about Christ. I'm in the walipa TV. The real soldiers, the ones you don't see. We're preaching about Christ, not that CV. We need more of Christ on that TV. I'm in the walipa TV. Real soldiers, the ones you don't see. We're preaching about Christ, not that CV. We need more of Christ on that TV. Mafana masipopa ndima bigge.
Trending Star.
Ndima bigge. Ndima bigge.